What's up guys, Luxatus Patella here with my second video on Yeousch Recruits, and today you're in for a little treat. Now, for those who still don't know, I like to play old games from my childhood and record my walkthroughs of them on YouTube. As I was thinking ahead of some future projects, this game came into my mind. I'm going to show you one of the most random games I have in my humble PC game collection that you most probably haven't heard of before. It's a Dutch game called Gift, Geschenk van de Sterren. Unless you're Dutch, you probably won't get the joke, but the word geschenk translated into English also means gift. So basically it's called Gift, Gift from the Stars. So how did I get it? Well, long story short, one day I borrowed the CD-ROM containing the game from my local library. My dad would then burn the disc for me. That was at the time where burning CDs was super easy. And 2 weeks later I'd bring the CD-ROM back to the library. Mind you, this was back in 2002, and how do I know this? Well, the burnt disc says March 1st, 2002, so that's why. Anyways, moving on to the game. It's, well, just take a look at it and listen. This is our hero, everybody. A red-colored little devil with gigantic yellow eyes that never seem to blink, and apparently is a heavy drinker also. The music is quite funky, but the lyrics... Clearly, this is a sign we are going to embark on a very deep and emotional story. So let's get to it. First off, we get this opening cutscene that really sets the tone for this game. Now, the dialogue is in Dutch, so I'll translate it for you as we go along. After, I don't know, memo number 5 stopped playing, the security officer steps into a random room where some random characters are doing random things. And yeah, this whole game is random, enough of it. They seem to be having a picture of Gabe Newell hanging on the wall as she asks for someone to volunteer on some sort of dangerous mission. And guess who enters the party?
Hallo jongens, het is hoog tijd voor cocktails. Nou jongens, jullie ogen een beetje sloom hoor. Wilt u een klein glas, meneer?
Oké, volg mij. Ik heb een klusje dat je zal interesseren.
Een klusje? Wauw!
So she brings Gift over to headquarters, although her codename is Sir, but whatever, at this point logic doesn't exist anymore, where Gift gets informed about the mission. He refuses at first, but apparently there's this princess that needs to be saved.
Globo, en ik ben een prinses. Ik zit te wachten op mijn droomprins. Ze zeggen dat ik mooi ben. Heel erg mooi zelfs. Dat wordt tenminste beweerd. Alles wat je maar kunt wensen zit bij mij op de goede plaats. En nog meer zelfs. Maar het is allemaal veel te gemakkelijk gegaan. Ik zoek een prins. Maar die moet me wel eerst verdienen. Ach, mijn liefste prins, mijn schat. Je zult 1000 gevaren moeten doorstaan. Aan het eind van het spel zal ik in een diepe slaap zijn gevallen. Als je me komt ontwaken met een kus, zal mijn hart van jou zijn.
Vol op de mond, jippie! Oké, ik ben je man.
But does it really matter? I could easily put in the following, and it would make just as much sense as it does now.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
And then we get off to the actual gameplay, where we see that Gift has quite a fat ass and some sort of purple shithole. You know, this Gift guy reminds me of Crazy Frog. Am I glad they decided not to give him a dick though? It also seems that he can't handle relatively high jumps that well. So he heads off to this machine where you can select the level you want to play. If you choose to stay at the option of going back up again, you'll get the funky song again. So yeah, obvious choice, level 1 it is. But it's not just a pick and go system. No, choosing a level here is an event.
Ik ben de schaduw van de zwarte diepe duisternis, de nacht. En jij, slappeling, jij gaat eraan. Je zult Lolita nooit krijgen, ze is van mij.
Again, I could just edit this cutscene into the following and it would make just as much sense. So during this level you will encounter Little Men of the Shadows and Little Men of Light. Now you would think that the Shadow Men like to stick in the shades and the Light Men prefer to stay in the light. But fuck logic, it's the exact opposite here. Also, it seems you can collect orbs of some sort. I have no idea what they do other than the fact that if you collect them all, you get this little antenna attached to your life bar. Gift also seems to live on the tears of others, so yeah, he's the devil. His weapon is some sort of staff in the shape of a cross. It can whack down most living creatures and has the power to absorb some sort of magic dust. The type of magic the staff gives depends on which color of crystal you pass by. But just take a look at how you activate the first magic crystal. Not strange enough. Here's a gun that can shoot shadows and freezes the object of the shadow. And what in the world is this? As my questions leave unanswered, I decided that the best thing to do was to carry some sort of cockroach through the entire level. But at the end, Gift seemed to have some other business in mind. Wait, we just picked up a garden gnome? After ditching the cockroach, our dearest friend, I think I was gonna call him Mr. Homo Fluffles by the way, we actually win the level by picking up a garden gnome? What the Okay. If Mario uses stars to open doors, I guess Gift can do the same with garden gnomes. Either that, or he just porks them in his free time. Over by those woods, I guess. Level 2. The objective is rather simple. There are two paths that both lead to a switch, which will activate a part of the ceiling. Activate both switches and the ceiling is closed, leaving the Shadow Man to die. Still don't understand why, but okay. Each path is quite unique, and it takes a lot more effort to collect those 10 orbs again. The first interesting thing is that we obtain the shadow gun of before. As previously mentioned, you can shoot shadows with it and the object of the shadow will freeze in place. It's quite a nice gameplay element that I haven't seen in any other game before that I've played so far. However, some of it doesn't make sense. If I touch the laser here, I'll be crushed. But if I shoot this piece of broken glass here, somehow it seems to do the job. So again, fuck logic. A chainsaw? Did I mention this game was rated for 9 and up? But, of course, the game decides to be a dick, and Gift leaves the chainsaw stuck on the wall. After progressing some more and hitting the first switch, it's time to take the other path, where the game throws some more bullshit at us. Come on. I know that Gift is supposed to be scared during this mission, but this isn't Lesser the Unlikely. The strangest thing of all is that a similar situation happens at level 1. just after the juggling scene. But in that level, Gift doesn't seem to be scared the first time the lights go out. So why is he scared now? Oh yeah, logic. Yeah, it doesn't exist here. I'm sorry. After going through the dark maze, we get to hop on barely visible platforms. Okay, sure, whatever. May the power of my garden gnome enlighten the way for me from now on. We get to learn some more gameplay elements along the way as well. Green light drains the magic power from your staff, and red light shrinks you down into something that it looks like it could be the next crazy frog. Dear God, is this disturbing. It also seems the game wants you to backtrack from time to time, since the power of this crystal is unlocked at level 3. So, after hitting the second switch, you might think it's time to go back, but I'm in desperate need for that second antenna of my life bar, and holy shit, that's one badass looking room. Lasers, moving platforms, a pit, that can only mean one thing. And all this effort just for another orb. Well, I guess looking like an alien doesn't change much to the situation, so I'll go with it. However, there is something I would like to mention. While backtracking towards the exit, I go through that dark maze again, which has now been lit up for some reason. When you stand close near the pit, you can hear some girl crying. Now that's just downright scary, like it is from an SCP game or something. The best thing to do is just to exit this place. This time, no garden gnome, no cutscene, just moving on to level 3, I guess. I think I forgot to mention, I actually never got to the end of this game. One of the major reasons why is this thing. Dear Lord, was I scared by it. Almost as scary as the Knaaren in Rayman 3. Fuck, I hated that place. But anyways, these slender lookalike enemies have a deadly laser beam, and although they have a pattern, they can still be unpredictable and give jump scares to players. One way to distract them is to sacrifice Mr. Homer Fluffles, because as like the Knaaren, they cannot be killed. Now, take a look at this situation. A long bridge in a room, full with red light, with Slenderman waiting for me at the end. As a kid, this had to be one of the worst situations they could have put me in. But let's be honest, the way you approach this is quite hilarious. Shit! Didn't see that coming. And the green light comes back. Nice. Way to support me there, game, while overcoming my second biggest fear when it comes to enemies in games. Another little dick move is when we get one of those Lester unlikely scenes again. Come on, seriously? You put me in a position where Slender almost could have killed me? Oh well. After some more progressing, we somehow end up in the graveyard. And Gift seems to be rather cruel to the undead as well. I guess another thing worth mentioning is the amount of abuse Mr. Homer Fluffles has to take in order for me to go through. Just watch this. We just threw Mr. Homer Fluffles through a laser that activated another one of those crusher boulders. about you, Mr. Homer Fluffles. Again, we pick up another garden gnome. I guess by now you won't question yourself as of why. And I decided to have enough of this game. This game isn't the worst, but it definitely isn't the type of game I would like to play in one entire sitting. The style of the game makes me uncomfortable, and I'm scared that Gift will haunt my nightmares if I see him any longer. It's just one of the weirdest I know about. Now, if for some reason you would like to see me play more of it, maybe actually trying to get to the end for once, why not let me know? For now, I'll just wave my goodbyes and want to thank you for watching this Recruits video of mine. If you need more feed, I guess check out my channel, and hopefully I'll see you soon on another video of mine. This has been your commentator Lux, and all I've got left is, have a good one.